is finally here. My wife just sent me the picture that I showed you in the opening of this video, and leaving the office is about 5 o'clock. We got our PSA order in of about 70 cards today. Been waiting on this since early May, I think, so let's go home and rip some packages open. It's here, it's here, it's here. 3 packages of PSA graded cards sitting out in front of you. I think it's right around 70 in total. Shout out first and foremost to Dustin Bellinger. I'll link his channel below. Did a bulk order back in early May, so he just shipped that back out to us today. I finally received it, and as you saw, I was so excited to race home from work and get this going, so I just had dinner, and we need to start ripping some boxes. So what I'm going to do is open these up off camera. Now, I do not know any grades but 4 of them, and those are from Sergeant Jarhead 99. Shout out to him as well. Some of these cards are his. They're 4 Tom Brady's that he wanted to know in advance, so I can tell you right off the bat, one of them didn't come out so well as a PSA 6, so when we see that one, you'll know exactly whose it was. But what I'm going to do, there's baseball and football, just a tiny bit of basketball in here. I'm going to keep this to one video for everything. I'll probably start with the baseball, make my way through all the way to football. And if you don't want to stick around till the end, you can see our buddy out here on the left, Mr. Tom Brady, has a fair amount of cards in this order. So Mike Trout does as well. I think I've got 2 in there from him. Hoping for Gem Mint 10s on all the modern stuff that I sent in. I think this is my first modern card submission too. So without further ado, we got to open some boxes. Wow, that was quite the unboxing. We're completely done. We'll start from left to right. So we're going to start with some bigger vintage here on the left, all the way up through the 90s. We've got some modern baseball here, a small amount of basketball, football not Tom Brady, and all Tom Brady. So like I said, we'll save that to the last. If you hate the Patriots, I understand. You don't have to watch the very end, but if you're a Brady fan, and as you know I am, you know, you're going to enjoy that one. All right, so let's get started with some vintage baseball. I'll try to give a quick background on some of these cards, but we're going to fly through these pretty quickly. All right, first up, we have a Bill Mazeroski from 1960. I sent it in because the centering was pretty great. Not too happy with the 4 here. Take a quick look. About what I expected, probably between a 4 and a 5. I got the lower end. I think this is a 1968 Topps coming up. So we got a Rod Carew. Ooh, very nice. Came back a 7 for a Rod Carew All-Star card. Very happy with that one. This is I think this is just a Red Sox, probably from the late 50s, if I'm not mistaken, Willard Nixon. Oh, 1956 Topps. Got another 4 for 56. Not terrible. Probably expected around a 4 or 5 here as well. Surface look good. Centering does not look so good now that I take a look at the bottom there. I think I had sent this in with Dustin on my last order, and they weren't able to... well, he held off on shipping it back because of limitations on years for PSA. So anyway, continuing on. This is an 82 Ricky Henderson. Can't remember if this is a Fleer. Dunruss. And we came back in 9. So this is from my PC growing up. Extremely pleased with that 9. 82. Solid grade. Not sure I expected a 10. I was probably looking more like an 8 there. What do we have here? Pete Rose. It's probably going to be also late 80s. Looks like an 81. 81 Dunners. Thought the centering was pretty spectacular on this one. Came back in 8. Probably this back was not as centered as they would have liked for 9. All right, got a George Brett here, 1981. I think a lot of these are from my PC growing up as a kid. Ooh, not as good. 81 Fleer. Came back a 7. Probably, again, centering issues. Card looks fairly nice to me. I'll analyze these further as I get along. Once we're done filming. God, I gotta make some room here. Okay, so now, thanks to Sergeant Jarhead, I had made a video probably a few months back now, obviously, because I sent these in, of O-Pee-Chee from 91. So these were all pack pulled. I've got 3 cards here. I think Randy Johnson, Barry Bonds, and Ken Griffey I decided to send in. So if these don't come back at least a 9 or a 10, I'm going to be pretty upset. I'm hoping all for all 10s, but we're about to find out. All right, first one came back a 9 for Griff. Take a quick look at that one. Hoping one of these we can pull a 10, right? Here's your Bonds. And that one comes back a 10. Very nice. Not too shabby on a 91 card. O-Pee-Chees are definitely more rare than the regular tops, as you know, with the overproduction. So we got one more from that box that I had opened on camera. Randy Johnson. And we got another Gem Mint 10. Woo, very nice. So going back on it, I was really looking for the Chipper Jones. The Chipper rookie O-Pee-Chee sells anywhere between like $500 and $600. I don't know what those 10s would go for, but really happy to add those to the collection. Now this card, I had picked up a lot of just a guy's box of cards from a yard sale for like 20 bucks over in the spring from a local guy. So I actually ended up pulling a bunch of stuff from him, and we're hoping for probably at least an 8 on these and maybe a little higher. Ugh, ugly. 96 score, Rivera, rookie, came back a 7. Take a quick look at that. Yeah, I'd like to get maybe a 9 here on one of these. We've got another Chipper. This is a score 91 rookie card. I got a 9 on that one. Very pleased. Now this Bo Jackson, if I'm not mistaken, was from my PC. I have a few Jeters coming up from that yard sale box I talked about, but this one's for my PC. I'm already noticing some potential edge wear, so let's say a 7 here. Let's see if I'm right. Oh, good. 86 tops traded. Fresh out of my box. I found in my parents' basement. I don't think I was ever opened. Got an 8. I'm sure the centering, top to bottom, is what did it there. Here's the Jeter I was talking about. We're going to have a bunch of these. Should all be rookies. 96 tops. Came back in 8. Not too pleased with 8s. I'd rather see 9s. I think this might be the exact same card. Oh, yuck. Got a 6 on this one. Quick analyzation. Don't see anything wrong there. Must be some sort of surface wrinkle. Centering looks great. Jeez, you can just never tell with these. You look and look and you analyze and analyze, and you're often still let down. Moving on to the next Jeter. All right, 95 tops. Came back in 9. Future star card. Pleased with that. Wish these could all be 9s. Another Jeter. Might be one more after this one. 94. This is pretty tough with the black borders. Looks fairly solid. Back at 8. There was nothing wrong with that black at all. I think this is my last Jeter. Keep going back in time. Let's hope for a 9 on this one, right? Boom! 93 tops. Jeter comes back at 9. All right, so I think the biggest disappointment so far was just that 6 of Jeter. Everything else has been pretty pretty pleased with, or about what I expected. We're almost done with overproduction cards. Now we have a Manny rookie coming up. Again, from that same box. Cards the guy had not touched since the 90s. They all looked like they're in great shape. Whew, not so good here. 95 Collector's Choice. And back a 7. I must stress that I have gotten very picky with these. I wouldn't send it off if I expected anything less than an 8. So not too happy with that one. Excuse me. Lastly, we got a Jim Thome rookie card. Let's see if this one's going to be an 8. That's probably about where it would have been. And we got a 9. Woo! 92 score. I still don't have high value, but I mean, we've got a rookie card of a Hall of Famer. Is Jeter in yet? He's just about in, right? So, you know, probably got future Hall of Famer there. I'm going to continue grading these cards from that era. And this one came back, this Nomar rookie. It's in the same box. Not licensed, which really I'm not sure makes any bit of sense because it's an upper deck card there. But they don't charge you for these, so I have no idea what happened there. And it probably would have been an unlucky 7 or something anyway, so maybe it saved me a little money. Time to start pulling from the modern pile. I adjusted the camera around here a little bit. And many of these are going to be Mookie, Benintendi, Trout, all pack pulled from this year. So I'm really hoping nothing happened to them and they were well centered. And we're going to get mainly 10s, if not a sneak in a 9 here and there. Oh, this is a Devers. I think this was a Heritage. Yuck. And a 9 out of that one. Really, like I said, I'm really hoping for 10s on all these. I don't see why they wouldn't be unless I missed some centering issue. Here's the Benintendi I was talking about. Jim Mint 10. 18 Heritage. Alright, so I had a few of these Trouts. I went over them, and if I get less than a 10 on this one, I'm going to be pretty upset. At least I think that's what this card is that I'm referring to. This definitely looked like the best one out of the bunch, and that's a 10. Alright. Spot on with that one. Now this one's tough to tell what it is. I think it's another Trout. I've got 2 of them here. One might be a Mookie, one might be a Trout or a Devers. I can't remember which is which. So let's just flip it over. This is the Devers. So he's been on fire the last few days again. He's been hurt most of August into September, I believe. And his cards have unfortunately taken a bit of a nosedive, but we're long-term on Devers, especially around here in Red Sox Nation. So I think this is the Trout then. So again, hoping for a 10. Nothing, no issues on the back. I mean, you can't have centering issues with these All-Star cards, right? Ah, yuck. Got a 9. Bummer. So I'm seeing a slight centering problem on this Trout. Now, I only had one of these. The 69 collector cards from Heritage. Pack pulled. Let me down there. Next up is a Judge. 2018 Topps Judge. Series 1. Gem Mint 10. Judge rookie card. Certainly not pulling for him in the playoffs, but definitely pulling for him to come back after that terrible wrist injury. It reminds me a lot of what happened to Nomar, and Nomar was never the same again, so let's not hope the same for Judge. A little Acuna action from Bowman that I had ripped. Well, once again, hoping for a 10. Bow. Chrome, rookie Acuna, Gem Mint 10. My first ever Ohtani, pack pulled. Yikes, I am noticing that corner up there. Let's zoom in. Ugh, that ever so slight piece of white there. I'm guessing that hurt me for a 10. Now they see it in the case. And it did. Bowman rookie card of Ohtani. And a 9. Just the base. Really pushing for 10s there. And lastly, a Mookie. This is a 2015 Mookie. Again, seeing a tad bit of white up here in the left corner. So we'll take a guess here at a 9. That's what it is. Future star card of Mookie, who just hit the 30-30 plateau last night and is well on his way to an MVP in the American League this year. Really pulling for him. Hoping he has a monster postseason as well. Okay, quickly moving on to our small bit of basketball here. What do we want to start with? Pack pulled. Wait, was this pack pulled? This might have been from my PC growing up, or I grabbed this from a card show. I can't really remember. But I'm continuing to add to my Jordan collection. This is a 92. Gem Mint 10, 91 Skybox. I have been really lucky with my Jordans. I wouldn't, I guess it's not luck. You're really looking to pull the best cards out. Probably own 50 or so Jordans, and I've got about 10 graded right now. And I have only gotten one that wasn't a 10 when I sent them in myself. I picked up a few on eBay purchases. Okay, these last two, we're going to start with the Parrish on the right-hand side. These are 1978 tops. I had opened up these packs in a video on my 40th birthday back in March. And so these are pack pulled. Now you can already see the Parrishes off center here on the back. The Dennis Johnson rookie is a little better. I know the corners are great on these. Like I said, they're pack pulled, but I'm not expecting 10s on them. I just wanted to get them graded just for the simple fact that they were the best cards other than a Pete Rose I had pulled, which was off center. These were the best cards that I had grabbed from that 78 pack rip that I did. So we're looking at an 8. Take a quick look. Who can say they pulled cards straight from a 40-year-old pack right off the grading? It's the centering that killed me. I know it, I know it. Now this is Dennis Johnson. I didn't even really know who he was, to be completely honest. I just looked at the values of graded cards on the Johnson. So the centering is a tad bit better here. I don't think they're going to give me a leeway for a 10, obviously. Probably going to get an 8 here. I'll be surprised with a 9, so let's turn him over. Oh, worse off. Dennis Johnson is 7. Seattle Supersonics rookie card. It's got to be centering. It's so hard to tell, too, with all this writing on the side, but you can see it's fairly close to the edge and not so much here. But I wanted to take the chance to turn it into a $500 card if possible. So what are we up to? All right, so for those that enjoy baseball and basketball, you can now tune out because we're moving on to football. And it's mainly Patriots players, but we do have some Walter Paytons in here. So again, thanks to Sergeant Jarhead. Went through his, I guess you would call it his childhood collection, and I pulled out the best of the best to send them off for grading. That's not what this is here. This is a Rodney Harrison, who mainly played for the Pats. This is, I think he started, what, with the Chargers there? So this is a Rodney Harrison autograph. SP 8.5. Hope you're happy with that, Mr. Jarhead. Oh, we have 2 of them. And this one came back a 9. Who knows the difference? It's so hard to tell. But I know these are going to end up in his PC in the long run. Let's see here. Wes Welker, Rob Gronkowski, Wes Welker, Bledsoe, and then we got the Paytons. All right, so let's finish out the Pats. So this Bledsoe, we're going to start on the back here. This is a special card 2 of 15. I already know the grade on this one because this is one he did want to find out on. But it's a special card from the Hawaii convention back in 2002, I believe. He's also got a Brady number to 15 from that year, and these are a Pop 1. That's not an eBay joke or anything. These are definitely a Pop 1 since they're so low numbered. He's got his Brady already graded, and this one came back in 8 as well. I'm sorry, it was the 2003 year. Take a better look at that one. The reason I got confused is because it says 2002 on the front, even though it was the, they didn't call it the Panini convention back then, but it was from Hawaii. Nice low numbered card there. Wes Welker. We're going to have 2 of these, so let's quickly go through those. Gem Mint 10 and the Bowman Chrome White Refractor. Beautiful. Who knew he started out his career in the Chargers? I certainly didn't. He's happy with that one. Very nice. All right, so hoping for another 10, right? Oh, got a 9 on the gold. Chrome is a sharper card anyway. I don't think either of those had any kind of low number or anything. And we got an autographed Mr. Gronkowski up, and the murderer Aaron Hernandez. So this is a dual auto. Let's turn it over. Got an 8. It's kind of creepy to hold this card, but it is Gronk and Hernandez. So we're finally moving on to the Paytons, Walter Payton, that is. I think I'm most excited about these because I went through a stash of about 30 of them and really combed through, got their looper out to check them out. So I'm expecting none of these to be lower than a 7. I'd like for all of them to be even higher than that. But this is an 87 Payton. Came back in 9. Very solid for 88 tops. Not 87. He's an 87 record breaker. Happy to start adding Paytons to my collection. This is going to be an 84. Yuck. What is wrong with this card? Do I got a wrinkle on the bottom there? Is that what I see? Oh, man. Them's the breaks, right? Jeez. Just taking another quick look. I don't see problems. So much for the looper, huh? Alright, so I guess I'll temper expectations for the rest of these. Alright, 81 tops. Oh, at least an 8, right? Alright. 81 tops, Payton. PSA 8. Be so cool if we can grab a 10 out of these. There's 3 left. Alright, this one's a little older. Probably not expecting as much. I already see the centering's off on the back. The corners were nice enough. Let's see. Let's take a guess here on a 7. Yep. Yeah, it was beautiful other than the centering, but still worthy. Given the year on that of getting graded. This is not... I don't know what these cards are. I don't remember sending them in. Okay. Maybe these are my cousins. They are not Paytons. Let's take a look. I must have sent this in. Oh! Yes, I sent this in from that old order I mentioned with Dustin. 56 tops, Jim Doran. Come back a 6. Wow, these were surprises. And this one must be from the same year, because they look the same on the back. Another 6. Steelers. Ray Matthews. Look at that helmet. So my apologies. I only ended up sending in 4 Paytons that were good enough to make the potential grading cut. 6, 7, 8, and 9 on those. Okay, last but not least, I'm going to take a little break. We're going to get on the Brady's. The man, the myth, the legend. 5-time Super Bowl winner Tom Brady. So I can just feel many of you already tuning out that you hate him, like I said before. But hey, we've got some numbered cards in here. We've got some rookies. And I only know the grades now. I knew that Bledsoe, so I think only 3 of these Bradys. So let's get started on these. I split up that giant stack, so probably have 20 or so to go through. This first one is numbered 10 out of 100. Looks like a Dunner's card, I think. So 2005 Zenith, Canton Bound Gold. This card is dope as hell. Mint 9. 2005 with all that foil and everything. That is a solid grade on a 100 numbered card. Good job, Mr. Jarhead. I know that one's not mine. Another numbered Brady to 600. 308 out of 6. Another solid 9. Do another Zenith. Epic's Orange. Look at that shimmer. She is a beauty. Great grade there as well. So 2005, it might be a Bowman. Yep, Bowman Chrome, red refractor. Not nearly as good. Those black borders, as everybody knows, can be really difficult. Card looks great in my opinion. I would have given it a 9. Too bad it's not up to us, right? Jeez, I don't see anything wrong with that card. Let's move over to the second stack here. Again, in no particular order. 2007. Yuck. Spectrum Red. So this is probably going to be a parallel. Bummer. Another 7. See some white creeping out the top. It's got to be a centering problem here. In 2006. There's a 10. Leaf. 2006 Leaf. Probably just a base. And we want 10s out of the bases. The parallels are going to be much more difficult. It's like a 2016, so we're really hoping for a 10 on this one. Panini Classics. Gem Mint 10. Now we're getting a little better. Okay, this one is numbered. Let's see if we can see that up there. 147 out of 150. Weekly wrap-up. And a 9. This is a black version. This is likely Brian's, and super solid card there. Again, low numbered. Black version. Beautiful, beautiful. $2016 again. Yeah, 2015 Contenders. Mint 9. Still okay. Clearly, we're always hoping for the 10s. On anything within the last 2 to 3 years. 03 looks like. Jeez, I hate that star there. Almost looks like the Cowboys. So let's take a guess on this. We got an upper deck, black borders. This is going to be tough. I already looks like an indentation on the bottom left corner. So, ooh, maybe a 7 here. An 8. Okay. SP Authentic, 2003. It is numbered. Didn't notice that on the front. It is at a 1200. So not as rare. This is going to be one of those cards that's going to be super tough to get any higher than like an 8. 2010 Topps. Probably looking at an 8 or 9 here. Boom! It's an X-Fractor. Love that. Good job, Jarhead. Gotta be super excited about that one. Ooh, this one's pretty. We'll take a look at this one a little more. Look at that shimmer. Not numbered though. Okay. So I think this is gonna be now we got another 2003 here. What did we get grade wise on that last one? It was an 8. This is a 7. Another numbered out of 1200. Bummer. So we got 7 and 8 out of those. I think I see a rookie card coming up. So they're all starting to blend in together. Another 2010. Orange refractor. Comes back in 8. X-Fractor was a 10. This one's an 8. Don't know if that was numbered. Doesn't look like it. Alright, I'll stack these all up into one. Still got at least 10 to go, if not a little more. 2007. Another 8 for an X-Fractor. Seeing that shimmer. Looks like an old Pac-Man board as I move it around the light. Jeez, I get one of those in a 9. 2007 again. This time an 8 with the blue. I got a scratch on the case there, it looks like. God, I hope that's not on the card. No, I feel it on the surface. Huh. I'm looking for a number. Don't see one. Wow, many of these look alike. I think they're just all parallel. Boom! 2007 Topps Chrome Refractor. Loving that. So I don't think we have a 9 yet out of the Brady's. It's either 7, 8, or 10. I was happy with the 10s, of course. Another parallel, I believe. Refractor. Came back in 9. So these two are exactly the same. 110, 19. 2007. No number there I'm seeing. Looks like a Topps card. Mint 9. 2007 Finest. There's our first, maybe our first 9. I can't remember at this point. 2007 Topps Chrome, looks like. Bam. Ooh, beautiful. Another 10. Finest moments. So if you watched my Tom Brady binder video a few weeks back, a lot of these came out of there. They had been pulled prior to me showing you the binder itself, but yeah, these were hidden in a binder for years and years, and as he built up his collection, we decided to pull some out to get graded, especially the numbered cards. This one's out of 1,000. Eek. 2007 Leaf Certified Skills. Came back a 7. Yuck. It's gonna be so tough there. I see the indentation. Probably really hard to see on camera, but it's in the upper right. So I think we've got some surface problems there. All right, back up to a numbered card out of 250. This one's from 2007. Just taking a quick look at the back corners. I'm going to guess an 8 off the bat. Ugh. Oh, this is actually the one I knew was a 6. I couldn't remember exactly what card it was, but this is one he wanted to have me check on because of the low serial number. Bummer. Seeing if we can tell anything here. I'm not seeing it. Oh, there it is. That corner in the upper right, it's got a dent. I think that's a rookie. That's definitely a rookie. This one's thick. 2002. I don't know why it feels so thick in my hand. It must be a relic card. What a weird case for this card. Why do they do that? 2002 Blue Pacific. And like, let's compare it to the last one we graded. Look at the difference. This is not a card that needed that case. Somebody screwed up at PSA. Huh. Anyway. We're down to the last 5. Alright, this one is a relic card. Now it says it right on the back. And it feels thicker again. That makes sense. So I think what they did was, those were back to back in the box. I think what happened was they put that last card in when it shouldn't have been an actual relic. Anyway. Piece of jersey. Came back a 7. 2007. I'm not going to go on analyzing that one. One more thick one. So we're assuming this is also a relic. Thickness is there once again. Okay. Very nice, first of all, with the 9. Especially given that shimmer. That cannot be easy. A little piece of jersey. Coming in from 2005. Oop. I don't even know why I just picked this one up so quickly and flipped it over, because I didn't know what it was at first, but that's gross. Wes Welker rookie. Came back a 6. Numbered out of 50. That's why we sent it in. Not seeing anything right off the bat. There's got to be a surface issue if the corners are that sharp. Bummer. Okay, so what we have here, I believe, are 3 rookies, or at least close to it. And that'll be it for this video. So I know this is probably one of the longest I've ever made, other than my national videos, but it was worth it to show off 70 cards. Okay, let's get her going. This is a 2002, actually. I knew it was old because it had 01 on it, but I'm sure he's going to be happy with a 9 out of this one, Pacific Adrenaline. And the 2, I'm pretty certain these are rookies. Got 99 year stats on there. So mint 9 out of the 2000 Pacific. Now, those are tough to get in 10s. I don't see too many of them, even for sale on eBay. And we've got the victory. Last but not least, let's hope for an 8, right? Oh, yuck. This is another one that I knew. I think it's the one I referenced in the very beginning. I knew there were a couple 6s in there. Jeez. Why even go into why it's graded so poorly? Looks fine to me. Ugh. It's so sad to see. You're going for a Brady rookie card. It's not super high value because I think these were overproduced in their base, but geez, terrible. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. I've got a pile of cards here that I need to sort through and get off to the appropriate owners. Had a ton of fun. Definitely had, let's see here, going through, I put together the 10s I was ending there. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll call that one modern, even though I was mainly going for this year's cards. 5, 6. That one's not. And oops. So I think I got 6 Gem and 10s out of 8 or 9 of the moderns that I had submitted. So very happy with that. And did okay overall. It's always fun to see the 10s, but not so fun to see the 6s. So, you know, everybody knows how that goes if you've done a PSA order before. Thanks so much for watching. Sorry for rambling on here at the very end, but just wanted to close up the video, and we'll see you the next round. I think I'm going to open up one of those old holiday packs of tops for my next video, since I don't have anything else on the horizon. I might be ordering some Bowman 51s with a 15% off eBay coupon today, but other than that, nothing else out there. So look for that in the next video, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.